Hello there everyone, and welcome to another live reading session. So this is your daily reading for each star sign. So we're going to go through each of them in a minute, but if you are new to the channel, make sure you are subscribed, as it'll let you know when I go live next. I've also got some other all sign readings on my channel for you to pick from. So please go and check those out as well, but we're going to get started. So we're going to start on Aries to begin with. But hello everyone. So Aries, what does Aries need to know today? What does Aries need to know today? So you're going to be asked to take on a lot of burdens here, and I feel like this is in the workplace, in your career and workplace. Like somebody's trying to get you to do a lot more work than you should be, a little bit more than you normally would going forward. And I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune here, there is a little bit of a slowdown, like things aren't moving forward, things aren't progressing. But it feels like it's more to do with the fact that you're not really enjoying it working for them anymore or dealing with them anymore. So this is more of a wake-up call really to say, you know what, I'm not really enjoying doing this anymore. I'm not really enjoying putting all this work in and this effort in to just not really get the enjoyment or the passion out of it, or even the payment out of it. So this is a kind of a sign from the universe. Maybe I should pivot. So see this as a sign of like, I'm stagnant, I'm not really enjoying this anymore, let's pivot. There is going to be some like monetary losses, I feel like, for you, and that's because of the slowdown. So it might not even be literally like you're losing money, but like you're not getting an increase as much as you used to. Like you're not getting pay increase and up in price. Everything's gone extremely expensive now. It gets to a certain point where you are getting paid less for the amount of work you are doing, even though you're getting the same physical amount of money. I don't feel like there's an offer coming in for you. This is definitely something you're having to chase or having to go after. And I feel like the biggest issue here is you haven't quite decided yet what you want to do. As for love and romance, I do feel like you're struggling to speak up for yourself, struggling to kind of speak what you really want in a relationship. And that's due to nervousness here. I feel like for the singles Aries, you haven't been in a relationship for a while. You find it difficult to kind of really express what you want from a relationship or what you want from a connection. That can make it extremely difficult though, because when you're trying to progress things forward, when you're trying to push things forward, if you're not really open about what you want, you're going to get other people that are sorry about that. You're going to get other people that are going to be trying to push you back and trying to push you down, trying to compress your voice. More than anything here, I feel like that because you've been stagnant for so long now, you don't really know where to go from here. With the reverse of the Moon card, this emotional stagnation has affected how you speak to others, how you talk to others, how you connect with others. So even though you're not that bothered by the fact, I feel like for singles, by the fact that you're not in a relationship anymore, you're kind of at a point where you're like, it's affecting how you make friendships. Because you're not willing to open up, because you're willing to put up this barrier almost of not really telling people what you want, that in turn is kind of causing issues for you in general. So I'm going to grab the Book of Love for you though. We're going to have a look and see how does the person that you're interested in, or how does your twin flame or soulmate, wherever they are, feel about you. So how does the person that you're connecting with right now feel about you? I can't wait to hear from you again. So this person definitely is more focused on spending quality time together, like just literally spending time talking. I feel like more than anything, it's this distance that is making them feel like they are missing you, and they're wanting just to connect. They're wanting just to have that kind of private moment. But we're going to go on now. But if you have enjoyed your reading, please do pop back again and make sure you hit that like button to give it a little boop. So we're going to go on to Taurus now. So Taurus, what do you need to know today, Tauruses? You're getting some really good connections coming in, some brightness and hope. And this is after, I feel like you've been let down. I want to say let down by others, but some of you, this is family. Some of you, this is people that you're working with. You've expected them to help you with things. You've expected them to be there for you, and they just really haven't been helping. With the judgment card here, it is important for you to make this judgment call and say, look, I'm going to put my foot down. I'm going to focus on what I need today, because that person hasn't really been helping me. You are getting some new connections coming in that are going to be more helpful, but you're having to kind of rely a little bit more on your soul self. And I feel like it's because this other person has been acting arrogant, and it's almost like, although you're getting these new good connections coming in of new people that you can interact with, be friendly with, etc., you're having to kind of learn to be more self-sufficient. So when this other person comes back around, needs something from you, wants something from you, you don't feel inclined that you have to kind of take them on, that you have to kind of get in a connection with them, or you have to kind of push things forward. You can kind of just slowly kind of slide away from it without that feeling of I owe them anything. And I do feel like for many of you, either like this is literally over with them, like you are disconnecting from them, not talking to them again, or the way you used to treat each other is over. So if it's family members, they're not completely gone out of your life, but you are changing up the game. You change up how you're interacting with them. This is making a lot of this new space for this new people to come in that can take more of your time up, but are going to take it up in a way where it's going to be more fair to you. So this is more of like, we are helping each other. We are helping each other to move forward. We are helping each other to progress. Rather than just take, which was what was going on before. It was all take, and that just wasn't fair to you. You do feel a little bit left out in the cold from them. You do feel a little bit rejected by them. But realistically here, I do feel like this is you moving on and coming to realization that they weren't worth your trouble. We're going to have a look at the Book of Love. So, how does your person of interest feel about you today? How's your person of interest feeling about you? That one's upside down. I distract myself with work to stop myself thinking of you. So this person is distracting themselves. I feel like it's not with work though, because I did have it upside down. I feel more like pleasure, enjoyment, like over drinking, over indulging, doing things with friends, that kind of thing, going around in circles constantly. And so this person is distracting themselves because they don't want to think about you. But I don't feel like it's constructive distractions. I don't feel like it's actually distracting themselves to stop themselves from being bad. It's more, I'm distracting myself to deal with the fact that you're not around or I haven't got connection with you right now. With overindulgence, which is, a bit toxic really. I hope that helps you out though, Tauruses. And if you have enjoyed it, please do click the like button. So, we are going to go on next to Gemini. Gemini, what does Gemini need to know today? What does Gemini need to know today? Lovers. I feel like Gemini, many of you, you're literally getting a lover coming in. You're having some romantic time. You're having some fun. The Justice here, this is like they're trying to make up for time. They're trying to make up for lost time. There is an element here though of them not being able to admit that they're sorry. Like, they're more acting rather than saying. So this is somebody who is saying, I'm sorry, but they're not actually acting on it. They're not actually doing per se. With the reverse of the World card here, there isn't as much movement forward as I would like to say. Like, this is a little bit slow. And again, this is a little bit to do with the fact that they are trying to make it up to you. But realistically, it would be moving faster if they did actually admit they were sorry. And with the Ace of Cups here, this is all to do with insecurity. It's like by not admitting their fault, by not admitting they're wrong, they are not having to own up for their bad behaviour. I don't have to own up for my bad behaviour because I can pretend it doesn't exist, you know. So they're trying to avoid admitting that they are wrong, to avoid actually coming ahead and saying, I'm sorry. But it doesn't stop it from existing. Like, they haven't realised that it still exists, even if they haven't said sorry. We've got the Emperor card here. I do feel like this is somebody getting very stronger, a lot stronger. And I feel like in career and finances, you are getting stronger in yourself. So I feel like particularly you are getting more independent after this issue with the love life. But in general, you are getting stronger. You are getting more renowned in your career and finances. So this is almost like people are starting to notice the work you're doing. People are starting to notice you more. With the King of Pentacles here though, I do feel like there is an element here of you aren't really emotionally attached to it. You don't really feel the emotional, wow, this is incredible at this moment. There is a little bit of an argument and disagreement here though that's going on. But more than anything here, I do feel like this is an element of your hard work hasn't been paying off for a while. So now that you're starting to shake things up a little bit and change the narrative basically, that's when you're starting to get this kind of success coming in. And this is because you are changing basically is what I'm trying to say. Because you're changing, because your confidence is growing, you're getting new attention, you're getting new propositions, new movement forward. But we're going to have a look now in your book of love. So, how does your person feel about you romantically? How does your person feel about you romantically? You changed me in ways I could never understand and I could never express. So this person really feels like you changed them. They don't know how to express it. They don't have to explain it, but they feel like you've changed them for the better. You've made them grow up. You've made them mature. You've made them kind of realise their faults, realise their errors, and now they're progressing onwards. So this is really kind of good, really, because it's allowing them to kind of powerfully kind of reshape their life and become a better person because of you. So I hope that's helped you out, Gemini, and please make sure to give it a like if you've enjoyed it. We're going to go on to now to Cancers. So Cancers, what do you need to know today, Cancers? Cancers, what do you need to know today, Cancers? We have got the Queen of Swords here. You have a lot of insecurities here because you're dealing with somebody who's being very demanding. I do feel like today you're a little bit on edge, you're a little bit walking on eggshells, and this is because somebody's being very demanding and controlling. You're not sure how to take action, and I feel like you're avoiding taking any action because of making it worse, because of making them more angry, because of making them more upset. Definitely let that go. Definitely let that go, because I don't feel like they're ever going to be actually happy. You need to communicate with people that you enjoy communicating with, that give you positive feedback, that are a bit nicer. You know, you don't want yes men, but you want somebody who isn't completely nagging you, you know. And this person is just nag. This person is just being insulting all the time. There is somebody else around you who wants to spend time with you. I feel like this is a crush though. This is more like a crush kind of energy, it feels like. Somebody who is getting over heartbreak. They've kind of been attracted to you for a while. They're kind of crushing on you, but nothing's come about from it. And I feel like here they're having this insecurity of not sure where to go forward from here. They don't feel like they have much to offer you right now, so they're holding back. But actually they do have a lot to offer. They just don't perceive themselves to be. It's almost like they're keeping their mouth shut because they don't feel like you could ever love them or anything like that. What's going to tell me about this? I do feel like there is going to be movement forward here and progression. Like really good movement forward and progression. But I don't feel like they're in the right headspace right now. They're not really happy with themselves. They're not really feeling good about themselves. I almost feel like they need to get their career and finance on path first. Like they need that kind of confidence boost that you get from doing well in your career, doing well in your life purpose, that kind of thing. Once they start to feel like they're doing well and they are completing this phase of being stagnant, then it does feel like they're going to move forward quite quickly. But with the Wheel of Fortune here, there is slow movement. It is slow. But the Temperance card, I do feel like they are slowly kind of progressing forward. They are slowly moving forward, but it's very slow. So don't feel like there's nobody out there, Cancers or single Cancers. There is somebody out there who is attracted to you, but they don't quite know how to express it at this time. I do feel like that when they do approach you, they're going to be a little bit awkward. So you'll be like, oh, do they like me? Do they not like me? Do they want to spend time with me or do they not want to spend time with me? It's going to be a little bit iffy like that. So bear that in mind. But we're going to move on to your Book of Love. So we're going to see, how does the person you're thinking about, you're feeling about, feel about you? How does the person you're thinking about feel about you? I distract myself with work to stop myself thinking of you. So similarly, they're distracting themselves like Gemini. We're going to get another one as well. I can't wait to have a family with you. So this is somebody who really wants like a connection with you, wants a stereotypical family, like either marriage or literally a family. But yeah, they are distracting themselves right now. They are kind of holding themselves back, especially with the whole crush thing that we talked about before. They're really kind of trying to avoid their feelings right now because they feel like it's a little bit impossible. So I hope that helps you out though, Cancers. And we're going to go on to the next one now, which is Leos. So please give it a little boop though, Cancers, if you've enjoyed it. So Leos, what do you need to know today, Leos? So Leos, I do feel like there's some arguments and disagreements here around you. Some of you this is financial, others of you it's family but dealing with finances. You're not really in this enjoyment mode. You've like emotionally kind of distanced yourself, disconnected from it. And I feel like more than anything here, I feel like you are deciding not to put any work into this anymore. You're definitely choosing to walk away. But actually, if you're truthful with yourself, you'll realise, you know what, I need to kind of sort this out. And I do feel like there is going to be a happy ending in this. So as much as you want to kind of bury your head in the sand, not deal with it, not look at it, you kind of need to deal with it. By all means, take a bit of a break, take a step away. Ask for somebody else's help in this because that's going to help you a lot. But you can't avoid this. There is going to be some losses attached to this of having to walk away. But with the King of Cups here, the Knight of Cups here, I do feel like there's a lot of a mentality here of not having enough or not having enough at this time. And I do feel like you are walking towards something better. So 3 to 6 months, I feel like your finances are going to be good, but you need to not avoid them at this time because there is a lot that needs to be sorted out. Yes, it's going to be a bit of an uphill battle for a time, but you will get through this. You're not really taking seriously the movement forward you've already achieved. You're not really seeing the movement forward you've already achieved. As in, You are kind of in this negative mindset about it right now, thinking nothing is progressing, nothing is going well. But realistically, you have got a lot of progression here. You're just not noticing it, really. Is there anything else you need to know, though? Movement forward for you romantically is going to be a bit slow. And I feel like this is partly because you're choosing to take it slow. I feel like almost like you single Leos have just got too much on your plate right now. You've got too much going on. So you don't really have time for it. But you will be having somebody coming in during this time of sadness, stress, trying to support you. Some of you, this is going to be literally a romantic partner. Others of you, this is going to be somebody who just wants to help you, just wants to take care of you. Either a partner already, or a friend that used to be a lover, or a friend who wants to be a lover. You know, but this is definitely somebody trying to basically just come in and support you. Not even like focus on romance. Like, I do feel like they do have a romantic connection with you, but they're not really focused on that, if that makes sense. I'm going to go to your book of love now, though, and see what does your person of interest, the person that you're attracted to, the person you want to be with, or the person you're thinking about, how do they feel about you? We are so distant, but I still feel you. So, although you're very distant from this person, they still feel you. They still feel this connection. So, I hope that helps you out, though. I hope that helps you out. We're going to move on to the next one now, which is the Virgos. So, Virgos. What do you need to know today, Virgos? Virgos, what do you need to know today? With the reverse of the Empress card here, I feel like you're not really valuing yourself at this time. You're not really in your Empress mode. You're not really in your power, your strength. Like going, oh, nobody cares about what I get done. You're dealing with a lot of insecurity here about yourself. And it's because you feel lonely or alone. Like you feel like you're alone, that you feel lonely, you feel left out. And it's all to do with you having to take on all the burdens yourself without having anybody, not to literally to physically help you with it, but to just be there, to be somebody you can talk to, you can spend time with, you can, you know, have an interesting conversation with, etc. And you don't really feel like you have that at this time, which is a bit difficult. Like, it's hard for you to kind of progress forward and actually be able to see how you can kind of continue on right now, because I do feel like it is a little bit of an issue of I'm not really having this, or I'm not really progressing forward with this. With the Sun card here, though, I do feel like you have a lot of good connections coming in, but it's not on the right pathway yet. So I almost feel like that you're having to go back to the start. You're having to take a step backwards at this time. And I feel like really kind of ask yourself, make your own judgment call and go, is this really what I want to do with my life? Is this really the direction I want to take? It's much bigger than just romance. It's much more of like, is this the direction I want to be in my life? More than anything, though, I don't feel like you're valuing what you bring into the table. And with the King of Pentacles here, I feel like you're releasing a lot because of this. You're letting go a lot of people because of this. Because you don't feel like you can give enough to the table. You don't feel like you can bring enough to this situation. We're definitely letting go and releasing. With the Page of Swords here, I feel like there is a huge element here of going, I just don't want to be around this anymore. I just don't want to be in this situation anymore. And I feel like it's because you're having a lot of deceptive people around you. So you're going to have to cut ties with a lot of those first before things improve. But really don't kind of give up on it, because I feel like this is more of the stage of purging things out, removing things, letting things go than anything. I don't feel like this is going to be a long-term, like, this is over for good. This is more of a short term, okay, this is what we're doing, this is where we're going from here. And then through it, then you'll be able to kind of progress forward. But yeah, I do feel like it's not exactly like the easiest situation to be in. Like, I definitely feel like this is going to be like one of those times where you're struggling with a lot of kind of feeling a little bit down, feeling a little bit unsure of yourself, not really sure where to go from here. And it can be quite difficult sometimes when you're kind of progressing through, when you're trying to push forward, when you're trying to continue on, to actually get to the right stage of going, okay, I'm happy with this, this is where I want to go, and that I feel success in myself. Like, I feel like I am successful, like I am doing well. And it can get to a little bit of a stage of going, I'm not really sure where to go from here. I'm not really sure what to do here to get successful. And it really doesn't help. It doesn't really help when you have other people around you who are not being helpful, who are making you feel like you aren't good enough, or making you feel like you cannot achieve things, because unfortunately sometimes like misery does love company, and sometimes you do get a lot of people who will just be negative because they don't want other people around them being successful, because there's a worry of if they can do it, if they can be successful, it means that there's something wrong with what I am doing or how I am progressing, which, you know, isn't true. We all have our own ways forward that we need to progress at. And unfortunately, sometimes people do throw us off kilter because of it, you know, because we're not able to see that maybe this person isn't right, maybe this person is going in the opposite direction than I do, you know. But we're going to head on now. We're going to head on to the next part of your reading, which is your book of love. So, how does the person feel about you? How does your person feel about you? You raise my vibrations. So this person really feels like you raise up their vibrations. You make them happy. You make them feel fulfilled. You make them feel like, you know, they are on top of the world. So it is important to understand that there is somebody out there who you are like their dream. You make them happy. So don't feel like that you are failing at everything, because there is somebody out there who is really happy that you're in their life and really happy that you are around them. So please do take that. And we're going to move on now to Libras. So Libras, what do you need to know today? Libras? So with the reverse of the devil card here, I do feel like there is an element here with the reverse of the devil that you are stuck, and I don't feel like you can remove yourself from being stuck yourself. I do feel like more career and finances. I was going to say, who do you need help with you? With the Lovers card, some of you, this is literally your romantic partner. If it's not literally your romantic partner, so for example you're single, then it's more of a person that you spend time with, somebody that you care about, a friend or a family member, some very close friend or family member. And this is going to help you a lot to continue on. This is going to help you a lot. More than anything here with the Emperor card, this is almost like you're having to learn to, I was going to say stick up for yourself, but you're having to learn to how to say no, basically, how to put up healthy boundaries, how to say no, and how to kind of become the Emperor, how to be in charge, how to take control. With the reverse of the Fool card, I do feel like it will go slowly at first, like you're not going to see a sudden change, but by putting those boundaries in, you will slowly start to reclaim some of your energy, some of your time. And once that happens, that's when you can start using that extra energy that you've reclaimed, you've taken control of again, to move forward, to progress, to get to the point of you are happy and healthy where you are. With the Knight of Swords though, I do feel like there is somebody rushing in, trying to help you to progress outside of this. So once you do start putting those healthy boundaries up, somebody's rushing in to help you with that. And I feel like more than anything, it's helping you to inspire you of what actions you should take next. Because I do feel like there is an element here of going, I'm not really sure what to do next, where to go next, what to do next. But with the Pentacles here, it's because your hard work wasn't really paying off. You needed to go into a new direction. Otherwise, you just continued on. I do feel like you will, like by the end of the month, start getting an offer that you do want in career. I don't feel like it's going to be instant, but I do feel like by the end of the month you're going to get an offer through that's going to actually be like a movement forward, progression forward. But you're having to go through this first to really get the groundwork in place, to really get a good foundation in progression, in pushing it forward. So I hope that helps you out, Libras. We're going to go on to your book of love though. We're going to see how your romantic partner feels about you, or the person that you're interested in romantically. So how do they feel about you at this time? What's their thoughts? I wish you would come back to me. I wish you would come back to me. I just want to be close to you. So some of you, this is literally an ex thinking about you, wanting to come back to you. Others of you that this is like somebody that you haven't got with yet, wanting to come back. But those of you that are in a relationship already, this is them feeling like that you're at a distance. I do feel like it's different for different people, but they just want to spend time to you, they want to be close to you, and they just feel at a distance to you, unfortunately. So we are going to go on to the next one, which is Scorpio. So, Scorpio, what do you need to know today, Scorpio? With the Queen of Pentacles here, I do feel like there's this element here of not really value what you're doing, but allowing it to be wasted. And I feel like other people are allowing it to be wasted as well. It's like your hard work is being wasted. And I feel like it's because you know what you want to do, you know where you want to go to, and this is almost like daydreaming at the job and going, oh, I'm kind of bored here, I want to do something else, I know this isn't my dream job, I know this isn't what I should be doing, but I'm doing it anyway, so I'm just gonna, half-ass it, not do a huge lot, just do mediocre amounts. There is this element here of rejection, of I'm letting go, I'm rejecting. More than anything here, I do feel like there is this element of you are being offered a second chance, offered a chance to start a new beginning. I don't feel like this is going to be quick though. This is almost like you're going to see job offers, you're going to see like offers popping up here and there and everywhere. And it's more of a case of, are you going to take hold of that? Are you going to choose to say, yes, I'm going to do this. Yes, I'm going to choose to actually start progressing with my career and finances. Am I going to choose to start applying for new jobs, etc.? With the Strength card though, I don't feel like you're actually at the point where you feel strongly connected to people. Like you feel a little bit disconnected at this time, and this is all to do with the fact that you need to start kind of applying or start searching for a new job or a new career path, and that's really going to help you feel whole again. But I feel like many of you just don't want to this time. What about your love though? What about your love life? I do feel like here though that all is not lost here. Like you have kind of given up a little bit on this, and I feel like that you're kind of looking back and going, can I retrieve this sword? Can I carry on with this? And I do feel like you've kind of locked off communication with them completely. That they've locked off communication with you completely. I feel like almost like you're trying to force it forward. You're trying to force it on. But the more you're trying to force it, the more they're running away. You're having to realise that this person is being a little bit immature at this time, and you need to like pull back, not take action, because again, the more you take action towards them, the more they're going to run away. So you're having to kind of just leave them alone to sort out themselves first and then choose to come back. Otherwise, they're just going to keep on running and it's going to waste your energy as well. But we're going to have a look at the Book of Love though. So, how's your person feeling about you though? I want to take you out on a date. So they really want to take you out on a date. They really want to progress forward with you on a date. I just don't feel like they really know where to go from here or how to go from here. I can't wait to hear from you again. I just really want to get that one. So they can't wait to hear from you. They want to spend some time with you. But I feel like for many of you, they aren't really emotionally at the right place for that yet. For those of you that are in a partnership instead, this is them literally feeling a little bit distant from you and needing to have a date night kind of thing. So, I'm going to move on to Sagittarius now. So Sagittarius, what you need to know today, Sagittarius? So we have got the Star card here. So with the Star card, you're really trying to you need to be trying to extend your energy out a little bit more. And I feel like with the Page of Pentacles here, this is you learning that you need to be opening up more, that you're too closed up, you're too not part of things, you're too pushing everyone and everything away. Like, I do feel like this is a major I'm at distance from everyone. You need to be focused more on the positive. You're at the moment you're focused almost completely on, I'm going to flip that upside down. You were focused too much on the positive, and now you're just focused on the negative all the time. And you keep on going back and forth with the Sagittarius. It's a very confusing energy. It's almost like you keep on going back and forth. Like, one point you look to the extremes of what made you happy. The next part you look to the extremes of what's making you upset. And there's this wild going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. More than anything, you need to start being truthful with yourself. But I don't feel like you feel secure enough in what you actually want from this. You don't feel secure enough in how you're going forward. There is a happy ending here for you, but the work you're trying to put into it right now isn't going to pay off because you keep on like stopping halfway and then going off, then going back off, back off, back off, back off, over and over again. It's not getting this repeated cycle here. It's not kind of getting this normal repeated cycle. It's becoming a confusing energy of like, well, should I go forward? Should I go back? Etc. There is a lot of self-improvement that needs to be done though. And I feel like more than anything, it's because you're kind of stuck. You're stuck between what you used to do and where you need to be next. And you're not really sure where to go forward. Now have a look for the Book of Love though. What you need to know from the Book of Love. I wish I could slow down time and tell you everything I'm thinking. So your person of interest is wishing that they could tell you everything. They're wishing they could have a conversation, explain to you how they're feeling or what they're thinking right now. But it's like you both don't have time for that. And it's making them feel like they're struggling. So, I hope that helps you out, Sagittarius. We're going to move on now to Capricorn. So, Capricorn, what do you need to know today, Capricorn? You have a lot of troubled waters around you right now. And I feel like most of you, this is financial troubles. But this is having to spark you to be creative. It's almost like you're getting these financial troubles because you need to be more creative. You need to figure out a new way to progress your life forward. A new way to kind of earn money. A new way to kind of move your skills forward. You need to be pulling back your energy at this time and being truthful with yourself about what you need, what you want. Because what you're doing right now is bringing no value to both you or your pocket. But you're kind of stuck in a rut. You're choosing not to change things up because of fear, because of uncertainty. But because of that, you're still not prospering. Like, you're never going to change, you're never going to prosper out of this unless you choose to change things up. So you are very stuck here. More than anything though, I feel like this is helping you to get over the heartbreak of having to walk away, having to change things. Because there's almost a feeling of here of like, I've failed, and you haven't failed. It's just we always have to kind of change things up. We always have to change narratives sometimes. And that really helps us to change in more of a positive direction and change in a new perspective. But we're going to have a look now at the Book of Love. So, how is your person of interest feeling about you? I think about you all the time, but I don't know how to tell you. They're thinking about you all the time, but they don't know how to explain that or tell you about it. So this is a person that's kind of repressing their feelings about you at this time because they're so unsure of how to move things along. So we're going to move on now to Aquarius. So Aquarius, what do you need to know today, Aquarius? So you're getting a little bit of a nervousness here from family. So you've got some family around you that is making you a little bit nervous, is making you feel a little bit unsure of yourself, uncertain of yourself here. And I do feel like, bottom of the deck here, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. It's because you're choosing to go on a new path. More than anything here, though, I do feel like this is a little bit like I am undervaluing myself. I'm not valuing what I'm bringing to the table. I'm letting this go. And with the Moon card here, I do feel like there is a little bit of emotional stagnation. I feel like that you are so scared about what your family or what the people close to you will think of what you choose to do with your life, that you're preventing yourself from moving forward. At some point, you have to realize that this is your life and you need to go forward regardless. And I feel like that's the issue here. You're not going forward, you're not heading forward, no matter how much it's hurting you or causing you problems. So be aware of that. I do feel like it's causing you some issues here going forward. So take it slowly. You don't have to make a choice right now, but you do have to make sure the choices you're making is because you want to make them, not out of fear of what other people will think or say. We're going to go on to your Book of Love now. So this is going to be generally, how does your person of interest feel about you or what they're thinking about you at this time? I'm having some wild thoughts of you I want to share. So this person is thinking of you very passionately at this time, Aquarius. They're really thinking of some wild thoughts and they don't really know where to go with this. So thank you, Aquarius. I hope that's helped you out. We're going to go on to Pisces now. So Pisces, what do you need to know today, Pisces? So we have got the reverse of the Three of Cups here. I do feel like there is an element here of you're not really enjoying things at the moment. You're feeling very stagnant. You feel like things are stagnant. You have a lot of emotional connections here with people. You really care about people, but it's not really working out for you. And I feel like for many of you, this is literally being single. Like, you're trying to date around. You have a lot of people that are interested and want to date you, but you're not really emotionally connected with any of them. You don't really feel the interest in any of them. And I feel like this is because you're needing to reinvent yourself. I don't even feel like it's necessarily anything wrong with the people you're meeting. It's more that you're having to change up yourself, you're having to change up your life, and that's really going to help you to kind of get to a certain point where you're like, you know what, I'm enjoying life again, I'm enjoying things again, I can progress again. But I don't feel like you're there yet. You're having to cut off some communication with people so that you can make the judgment call of what you want your life to be, how you want things going forward, etc. Because while you're kind of having this busy life of lots of people around you, you're kind of unable to really see where should I go from here, what should I do from here, etc. You're really struggling with seeing where to go, where to continue on from. Is there anything else you need to know? There is this insecurity here though, and I feel like those insecurities you will be able to get over once you kind of get to a point where you're happier in your own skin again and you're feeling like you're a bit better. So I'm going to go on to your book of love though. So this is going to be just generally how are they thinking or how are they feeling about you at this time. So how are they feeling about you right now? I wish I could run away with you. They really wish they could run away with you and just get away from everybody and not have to deal with anything. You know, I feel like they really just need a bit of a break and they really want to spend it with you. So I hope that helps you out, Pisces, and I'm going to love you and leave you now, but please do make sure that you clicked the heart icon or left me a little comment down below if you've enjoyed all these readings, and I will see you again